In the simplest form possible, using layman's terms, this is how it's supposed to be. The Old Testament is done, the law is nailed to the cross because sin has been nailed to the cross and sin is transgression of the law. Jesus is God. He was walking around here on earth in a human form. He became our sin for us and was crucified for it. The creator of heaven and earth taking all responsibility on himself. He gave us new commandments. Love your neighbor as yourself, even if they are your enemy. And furthermore, love one another in the church as Christ loved us and gave himself for it. There is no greater love than to lay down your life for your friends, and that means to include all of them in your plans there, in your success, in everything. Weep with your neighbor if they are weeping. Rejoice with your neighbor if they are rejoicing, because that's the interaction humans need. It's as easy as if you have something that you don't really need but might one day, but your neighbor or your brother or even your enemy needs it today, you lay down your life for your friends and you supply that need. And John the Baptist said it this way: if you have 2 coats and your brother has none, give your brother a coat. Well, how can we love people when they do a bunch of rotten stuff all the time? Well, you're a people who does rotten stuff all the time, and if you don't realize this about yourself, you better find out. Because he who has not received grace, knowing that he absolutely needs it, if you haven't received grace, you can't give grace. You had better examine yourself and find that fault, and judge not, or else you're going to be judged by the standard that you set. And if you're blind to your own faults, you're in big trouble. If trouble comes or people persecute you, you're supposed to endure that patiently, knowing that just like the storm might shake that forest up real hard, without the rain, there is no growth. Without trials and tribulations, there is no spiritual growth in a person because there are no lessons that have been learned. The spiritual lessons come in the hard times of your life, just like a sword is put into the fire so that it can be heated up to be pulled out and shaped and molded into what it's supposed to be, as opposed to what it currently is, and that's talking about you and me. The Holy Spirit baptizes us with fire, and that fire is trials and tribulations. And that's one reason you're not supposed to hate your enemies. God is using them for your benefit. And by not repaying evil for evil, but overcoming evil with good, which activity heaps coals of fire on a wicked person's head, so that maybe they get to learn a lesson in this exchange as well, that perchance their eyes may be open to see, or their ears may be open to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. And maybe you enduring that persecution from them is only a seed that got planted, and the fruit would come later and you don't even get to see it. Just know that you got your benefit already, and that's called stacking up treasures in heaven. Your enemy is thirsty, give him something to drink. Are they hungry? Feed them. Are they naked? Give them some clothes. That is our law. Abstain from fornication. If you can't get this under control, you won't be able to keep your hands from idols, and you'll be fornicating with the whore of Babylon.